If you want to hear the update on my Mascara Madness project, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and this time I am bringing you Mascara Madness update number 6. This is a panning project that I have that deals specifically with mascaras. And I decided to do this project because when I do a focus on a given brand, usually there's a mascara that comes in with it, and it can become overwhelming if we don't pay attention to how long we keep our mascaras, how we're using our mascaras, and really making some of those tough choices on which mascaras to use, which ones to let go of, either because they are done, that's the easy stuff, but also maybe we just need to rotate a mascara out of our current stash that is in use, if you will. And I did, the last one was toward the end of January, and I think it's time, since we're mid-March, to do another update. I have a bunch, as you can see, and I'm going to go and do the same thing as I usually do, talk to you about mascaras that I am not dealing with right now, that they've been cracked open, but they've probably been barely used, or they're not used very often. I just put those to the side because I don't want to get them out of my rotation. They're in my stash for a specific reason. And then I will take care of the mascaras that I'm currently using and that I will continue to actively use, and then tell you what I'm getting rid of. Now, let me take a look here. As far as actively, open mascara products, I have 10. Clearly, that is way too much, and some of it is going to go, some of it is going to stay, and I'll explain what it is that's happening with them. So let's just start off with mascaras that I've cracked open. A lot of them I have not actually used, as in used once. I would never ever throw away a mascara after 3 months that I've used once. That's ridiculous to me. So let me just identify the ones that have been opened but that I'm not going to be working on right now. This should not be a surprise because this is the same mascaras as last time. Right away, these two CoverGirls. This one I've used less than 5 times. This one I opened just to see the wand, and it's a scary wand, and I'm not ready to use it yet. This one, when I do get to it, I have a feeling that it won't last very long because the wand is very weird to me, and I can get into more of that when I get into the Elizabeth Arden mascara that I have coming up. This other one, the CoverGirl, so the first one was So Lashy, Blast Pro. This other one is the Super Sizer, and I bought this because I heard so many good things about it, and I used it just a few times, and so that one also is parked. Then I have my 2 Lash Paradise. This one is the waterproof that I use when I know that my mascara will run, so that is actively in my collection. I have no intention of getting rid of it. And then this one is one that I opened and only used, gosh, I think it's once. It was so few times that this one also is parked. And I don't consider the waterproof one parked, but it is a mascara that I only use very occasionally. And so I don't tend to transition out waterproof mascaras in 3 months because I don't use them daily. I'm lucky if I use it a few times a month. And it would be very expensive to rotate out a mascara every 3 months that we only use a couple times a month. To me, that's ridiculous. These two are mascaras that are very new to my mascara rotation. This one is a NYX mascara. If you have followed my NYX brand new focus, you would have seen me use this mascara and also talk about it in my brand new focus NYX How Was It? And I will put that video right there because I think you can get more from me on how this mascara was. It's called Worth the Hype, and it's definitely not worth the hype. It's horrible. It's the worst mascara for me that I've ever used. Hands down. So I ended up decluttering it. I brought it back in to this because this is my mascara rotation, and I wanted to make sure that I talked about something that didn't even make one rotation. So it's going back into my empties and declutter bag for the year because, yeah, it did nothing to add length, definition, thickness, and volume, nothing to my lashes. And I know that I hadn't had this thing open and lying around and whatever. I had never used it until the Focus on NYX. Maybe I got a dud, but like I said, I've never had such a bad mascara. So definitely it's gone. The other one was a delightful surprise, and it's the Annabelle mascara. It's called the Skinny Mascara. And apparently it's a dupe for a MAC mascara. It's a MAC mascara. I've never used a MAC mascara. I've never really used MAC products except for one palette that's back here. And I purchased it because of Drea CN. I'll put Drea's picture right here and her channel as well. She talked about it, and I got this basically right before my no buy, and I ended up getting a couple because they were 50% off, and I thought, wow, a mascara for my lower lashes. And when I do want to put mascara specifically on my lower lashes, this is the mascara that I use. So it's a very specific function, and I would say I use it 2 to 4 times a week is what I'm using right now. So I will definitely make active use of it for the next couple of months and continue to enjoy it. I think it's going to last me more than 3 months, but as long as it feels right and applies well, I will keep it in my collection. I have 2 favorites here. The Lancôme Monsieur Big, that has been a favorite around. I have to say, Lancôme makes fantastic mascaras. I will continue to pay a lot of attention to Lancôme mascaras because they're very good. This one is wonderful. I love the wand. It's an hourglass wand. It works really well to provide a ton of volume on my lashes, and I really enjoy it. And then this Stila Huge is a mascara that I received as a birthday present, actually, and I only opened it up at Christmas because I really wanted to make sure it was a special time for me to use the Stila Huge. I really love it. They say it's extreme. It absolutely is. It offers fantastic volume. And I have to say, I'm going to declare it now because I made up my mind. Stila has displaced the Monsieur Big as my favorite mascara. It is. It's my favorite mascara. So, and I have to say the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal is fantastic as well. If you're looking for a very reasonably priced mascara, that would be the one that I would recommend, and I have recommended it to a number of my friends. If you're looking for a high-end mascara, you're willing to pay the 30 bucks or whatever, then I would say out of these 2, that this one was my favorite. This one has become my favorite, and really, if one of them were on deep discount compared to the other, that's the one that I would pick. So obviously I still really like the Monsieur Big. It's just Stila did it right. As far as what my preference is for mascara, really like it. So these 2 will definitely be the mascaras that I use the most over the next couple months. For those soon to be departed, I'm getting rid of these 2. One of them is the Cils Booster XL from Lancôme, and it is a primer, mascara primer. And I kind of enjoyed using this primer for mascaras that just couldn't give me the oomph, but I don't see why I would ever buy a primer again. I would just call the mascara that requires a primer a dud. I used this with the Définicils by Lancôme because it's not a mascara that's really meant to add volume, so this was doing it for the mascara, and they were a good pairing. But the Définicils I decluttered last Mascara Madness update, and I I tried it also with the Worth the Hype, but Worth the Hype was so bad it didn't even work with this. I just don't want two steps when I apply the mascara. If I do a different mascara on the top and bottom, I don't consider that different steps because I would be using the same wand on the bottom. I'm just using a different mascara. To me, this is just an extra 2 minutes that I don't want. I don't want to use a mascara primer, period. If you love using a mascara primer, you do you. I find this just aggravating. Every time I use it, I think, why do I need to do this? So it's out. And I've never really used a mascara primer before, so I can't say how good it is. I can only say that when I used it, I didn't mind how it applied. It applied quite thickly, and if you like thicker lashes and you want to primer, that this might be good. But I find it crazy to pay $30 for a primer, something that then blends into your mascara and disappears. I don't get it. That rant was over. Now let's go for another one. I hate this product. It does a great job with the lashes. I have it on today. I'm just giving it one last shot, one last hurrah before the bon voyage. It is the Grand Entrance by Elizabeth Arden. I spent a full month in January using this thing. And the spikiness of the bristles is such that I poke my eye with these plastic bristles every time I use it. And two things happen. My eye hurts, and I blink hard, and I get mascara smudges all over the place. It happened to me again today. I had to wait till it dried, use a Q-tip to get a whole big smear under this eye, and then another smear here. Done. I am done. And I don't want a wand like this ever again, and I will pay attention to the kind of wand that the mascara is. This came as part of the holiday set by Elizabeth Arden for 2018. So I didn't outright pay for it, but I do know it's $30 or $32 Canadian. That, to me, for a wand like that, is nuts. Is the result great? Sure. I don't want pain and I'm worried about my eye, first off. But the second thing is that you do all this effort to get your eye makeup right, and then I've had mascara here, I've had mascara all smudged under my eye, I've had mascara up here, I've had mascara come up because you're blinking and you don't have, when you've hurt yourself, you don't have control over what your eyes do. And I don't do this, like I don't poke my eye with any other mascara. So there's something about the length of the bristles that's a problem. And that's why it has to go bye-bye. So there we go. Let's recap then on the mascaras that I have and what's happening with them. So we talked about these. These are parked, or for the waterproof one, used very seldomly. And I only put this waterproof one in the Mascara Madness jar for this video, but it's always in my everyday makeup drawer just because I do use it once in a while when I'm worried that my mascara will run, either because it's an emotional event I'm going to or because of weather. It's winter right now, and if you're going to be quite bundled up, very often your breath will cause your mascara to run in very cold weather, so it is periodically necessary. So these four, no change. The three that are in active, not daily, but multiple times a week is these three. So these are staying as well. That brings my total to 7. And finally, 3 that are exiting my collection. This one I'm very happy to go bye-bye. This one, again, pointless for me. And this one, I cannot get out the door fast enough. These 3 make a total of 10. Therefore, 10 minus these 3, I have 7 now in my Mascara Madness pool, I guess. And only 3 of the 7 are in active use. So I'm very happy with where the numbers are going for my Mascara Madness, and look forward to updating you in somewhere between 1 and 2 months' time when I have something of substance to report. With that, I say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.